Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's game in Utica, New York. The second game for the Junior American. Sorry we can host the first one, but the second game is set to go underway here in just a few minutes after the Bonies off the ice. The Amricks, the Blues, next. Rochester set to come out in just a moment. The Blues aren't out of the locker room yet. They're going to come out in a few seconds. We're waiting for the referees in this one. We'll see you in just a few minutes. Mount St. Clair and Rochester getting sound or winning this one. The starting goaltender for the Junior Americans is Aiden Trussell. Few big saves last game against Amherst. Earlier, the Amherst lost 3-1. That's a really good Stars team. The Amherst looking to come back, maybe get a win here and advance. Here come the Junior Americans. I can't fully see them. They are here. They're all the Stars too. I mean the Blues. My bad. Amherst 0-1 in this tourney. Only goal scorer for last game, Jameson Pylon. With the assist by Barrett. And it was an early 1-goal lead for the Amherst. They blew it and they gave up 3 at the end. Up 1 for the first 2 periods. The Amherst look to get a win here. And maybe try to do something against this Blues team. A very good Blues team in their first game today. Led by their goaltender, the number 93. So they have to play a game. This will be their first game against the Amherst. With their leading goal scorer being the number 5. Got some tall kids on that Blues team. The Amherst have to look out for. The Amherst shoot it higher on this goalie. I feel like they'll have more of a chance. You can't go 5-0 on this one. Seems like we've got an evenly matched game coming up. In a minute and 30 seconds, the Amherst will take it home against the Blues. And this is all coming up next from MVHS Arena in Utica. I believe the handshake is after the game. Yes, it is. The ref is getting in center. 12-minute periods in this one in Utica. The Emirates in the white home jerseys, the Blues in the blue away jerseys. As we get set for this first 12-minute period. Here comes the Emirates starting lineup, brought to you by Captain Contractors. The center being number 7, Jamison Pylon. Right wing, number 17, Colin Lawton. Left wing, Harrison Mantell. Defense is Burritt and Schneider. 12-minute first period set to get underway here from MVHS Arena in Utica. And here we go. Puck drops and run away. Burritt with the puck, trying to pass it. It's a quick takeaway by the Blues, pushed right in front of the net, pushed wide by Tressel. Back to the point. The Blues already on offense in this one, trying to take it out of his zone, pushing it deeper in. Pylon with the puck in his own end, pushing it out, trying to get to Mantell, but the Blues regroup, trying to get it past Lawton through Schneider. Schneider trying to move it through here into the Blue zone. Neutral zone taken away by the Blues, pushed back into the Emirates zone. Over the line, and it will be offsides on the Blues with 11:24 to go in the first period. Face-off coming to the neutral zone. And we're set to get underway. Blues win the face-off with a quick pass. Nice settle there. Moving through into the Emirates zone. Blues regroup from the point with that number 0. Around the front of the net, and there's a dangerous opportunity taken away by the Emirates. Couldn't finish on the shot, and Rossi has a lane to move the puck around here. Rossi, teammate dropping back, gives it right away to the Blues, and they'll get it out of their own zone. Thorpe gives up the puck. There's the Blues taking away on a breakaway. 1-on-1 with Tressel. Nice save. The rebound's there. Another good save by Tressel. Back to the point. Cisco, shot ripped, and it goes wide off traffic in front. Good save by Tressel there. Aiden gets to 2 of those shots off the rebound. Pushed around. The Blues trying to regroup here. The Emirates trying to get out of their zone. It's kept in by Cisco at the point. Didas moving it through. Trying to get it to Rossi. Rossi trying to skate to the puck here. Moving it through the zone. Trying to go through the legs, but he couldn't. Keeps it in, and now it's barred out by the Blues with the number 7. Right through Wilson and into the offensive zone for the Blues. We're almost through Vincent, but it gets to Didas, and Didas will get it out the zone. Couldn't settle it there as Rossi. Rossi goes off, and on comes Kane. And the Blues moving through the zone off Thorpe's skate and wide. Kane trying to get it out of his zone. The Emirates look a bit tired here. To the point, trying to get it out. It's kept in at the point by the Blues. Not a lot of zone possession time for the Emirates. They can't get it out of their zone. Trying to get it out now with Wilson in his feet, and it's kept in again. The Emirates trying to get it out still. Schneider fighting with Vincent along the boards. Pushed back to the middle. On his backhand, moving through on the forehand, taken away. Right off of Kane, pushed in front of the net, the shot in, save, rebounds there, and it's saved by Tressel. Going wide. Kane trying to get it out, kept in by the Blues, going around the back of the Emirates net, and Schneider gets it for the Emirates, trying to get it out. Back to the point, and finally brought out the zone. Moving through again, as they're trying to maybe chair pick their way through here. Through the zone, and it's out, and it will go almost all the way, but no ice as the puck was too slow on that one. Kane still waiting for the puck, back for Pylon in the zone, along the boards fighting for it. Come the Emirates. Pylon moving through the front of the net. Nobody's there to pick up the rebound. Pylon trying to keep it in now with Vincent and Lawton. His line mates helping it out. Burt from the point. Rips one. Deflection. Couldn't get there in time. The rebound in front of the net. Line that puck backhand. Couldn't get there in time. The Emirates fighting to keep it in the zone with Mantell. He does. Nice work. Lawton trying to get to the puck. Pushing it through. Trying to get it in front. Back to Mantell. Trying to push it to Schneider. Nice keep in at the line. Brought all the way through and back out into the Amherst zone with speed. 15 in front of the net. And couldn't get that redirect going as it was trickles all the way through and out the zone. Right under us. Jordan tries to get the puck taken away. And pushed right back into the Amherst zone. Schneider, 7:43 to go in the period. We haven't had a stoppage in 5 minutes. Jordan trying to get it out the zone. She does, moving through with speed. Along the boards, fighting for the puck. Moving it through. Gets it to Rogers. Rogers maybe trying to toe drag here and it's taken through and out the zone. Fighting for it along the boards is Ditas. No offsides called. Move through into the Blues end. Around the net, the Blues with their own puck. Trying to finish his check is Rogers. Around the back of his own net. Almost taken off the stick there. Nice work by Rossi, and it was Dane's opportunity. Taken right back by the Blues. And they'll move it through the neutral zone into the Amherst end. To 2-on-2. The other way, and it's offsides at the line. 7:01 to go in the period. Amherst trying to put on the pressure here. Ball drops, and we are back underway in this one. To the point. Thorpe. Around the back of the net. Ditas goes. With the puck in his own zone, trying to move it through. Jordan trying to get the puck. It's a 1-on-1 with the goaltender the shot. Nice save by Tressel. Good save by Tressel off the blocker there. Couldn't find an open lane to shoot the puck. Right back to the midpoint. Thorpe trying to get on her man. But it's brought back to the point. The Blues keep it in. Shoot it in. In deep. Trying to get it out the zone with Jordan. Kept right through his legs. And Dias will try to get to the puck. Right to the front of the net. Taken away by the Amherst with Rossi. Rossi shooting it through and out the zone back for Rogers. Rogers moves it all the way through down the ice, and the Amherst go for a change. Around the back of the net goes the Amherst. Trying to keep it through there. He might have a dangerous opportunity, but he couldn't connect on that one. All the way around the net with Cisco. For the Blues, moving through and out the zone. Kane racing for the puck. Schneider helping him out there. Trying to maybe move it over this red line for the Amherst. It's been all Blues to this point as they are dominating in the shot at the shot department. And they have another breakaway here. 1-on-1. Nice save by Tressel. Back to Kane. Kane to Vincent. Moving through the zone to Wilson. Wilson over the blue line into the zone with a quick shot off the pad. Rebounds there. And it's taken away by the Blues. Right off him. Burt trying to maybe make something happen here with his teammates. As they have speed the other way. Burt trying to get on his stick. Move through. Breakaway shot up and over. As they'll try to get out the zone. And they do with Wilson. All the way down the ice. Right to the goaltender. No icing called. Wilson racing for the puck. Around the back of the Blues net. Amherst trying to get the puck. Blues moving it through. Trying to get out the zone. Kept in at the line by Pylon. Over the red line. The Blues with the puck in their own zone. Lawton comes out with a quick change. Kept in almost by Schneider. And it's a dangerous opportunity through the other way for the Blues. Nice work there. And it will be a penalty coming up on Rochester. Long zone in the box for some reason. And it will be a Blues power play coming up in the Amherst zone. Not what you want to take it a tied 0-0 game with 4:44 to go in the first period. But regardless, the Amherst coming out with Pylon, Ditas, Harrison, Mantell, and Thorpe. Tressel ready. Made some big saves for the Amherst earlier. Puck drops and we're back underway in this one. Pylon to Ditas. He wins the faceoff. It's kept in at the line, but finally trickles out of his zone. Moving it through. Cisco pushing it into the Amherst end. Thorpe trying to move it out. Does. Looking for the shorty breakaway there. Couldn't get anything going. Along the boards, fighting for the puck is the Amherst. Thorpe around the back of her own net, trying to waste time on this penalty. Tries to get it to Ditas, but it's back to Pylon. Pylon trying to make something happen here. Ditas maybe trying to get it out the zone. And he does bring it out with Mantell. Over the line. Brought through with Mantell. Back for Didas right through him. Pushes him against the boards. Little bit of roughing on that one. Pylon gets tripped up. At the circle, right in front of the net, pushed back to the point by the Blues. Through to Cisco. Cisco looking for a lane to shoot the puck. Taken away by the Amerks. Another backhand right to the net. Taken away and cleared out the zone with 27 seconds to go on the Blues power play. Amerks moving it through. Trying to get the puck here. It's taken away by the Blues on the penalty kill. Power play for the Blues with 15 seconds to go. All the way down the ice for an icing with 11 seconds to go on the power play for the Blues. Amerks with a penalty kill face-off in the blue zone. Big face-off here for the Amerks. As Mount St. Clair Blues are on the power play for 11 more seconds, the Amerks looking to kill it all. Puck drops and we are back underway. Jordan back to the point for Rossi, trying to win the face-off. Moving it through him. Nice work by Rossi. Jordan pushing it back to the point, and that will be the end of the Blues power play. Jordan around the back of that, pushes it front. Rossi trying to get there time. Snap shot from Schneider at the point. Rebounds there, trying to get to the puck. Everybody in front of the net, and it's saved. It was loose, but saved by the Blues goaltender, number 32. Like I said, you can't shoot it low on this guy. You have to shoot it higher. Try to get it over that pad. It's a face-off coming up in the zone. Nice penalty kill by the Amerks. Puck drops. We're back underway in this one to the point. Moving it through. Schneider with the puck. After the drop-off and skips traffic in front. Moving through to Burrett. But it's taken away by the Blues. Breakaway one-on-one with the goaltender here. In front of the net, and he scores. The Blues with Mount St. Clair sweeps the floor on the selling, and it's a 1-0 Blues lead. With 2:52 to go in the period. So 1-0 Mount St. Clair lead. And the Amerks trailing by a goal early in this one. Puck drops and back underway. Amerks from the face off with Didas. Didas moving it through. Trying to get it to Rogers, but it skips through him. And all that scratching and clawing earlier on those breakaways. Around the back of the net, Rossi trying to get something going here. Keeping his stick on it. Moving it through, trying to push it in front for Rogers, and he can't get anything going there. Tried to get him to do himself off the back of the goaltender, but he couldn't get anything going as it's right through him and into the Amerks zone. On a breakaway again, Jordan doesn't see him. It's a nice save by Tressel. Right in between his pads, and Aiden Tressel with the Amerks Toyota. Big save of the game. One to nothing. Mount St. Clair lead. Drops and running away from Utica. 2:17 to go in the period. Amerks trail by a goal. The Blues in the Amerks zone, who have been dominating most of this game. Quick shot in front. Nice save by Tressel. Puck drops and running away. Didas trying to move it through him. He does. Gets it out the zone. All the way down the ice, but no icing is going to be called here. Into the blue zone, but they're going to try to get it out. Nice tie up along the boards. Vincent trying to keep it in at the line. Kane trying to get it, but it's pushed through and out the zone. And Cherry Picker at the other side of the ice. Moving it through into the Amerks zone. Along the boards in front of the net, Dave's opportunity taken away. Pushed back to the point, kept in. Now brought out by Kane. Nice work there. Thorpe back to Pylon. Not Pylon. Vincent moving it through the zone. Hit right down. No interference call on that one. It should have been. Moving it through the zone with a quick shot in. Going wide. Around the back of the net. The rebound's there, and it's a nice save by Tressel. 1:05 to go in the first period. The Amerks trail by a goal. 9 shots on goal for the away Blues, and the Amerks with 6. Face off in their own zone coming up. It's a big one here. Puck drops and we're underway. Blues winning the face off, pushing it back to the point and keeping it in the Amerks zone. Right back through him around the back of the net. Push through the neutral zone with Broughton. Through the middle of the ice, bringing it into the zone. The Amerks trying to get a breakaway here. Pushed wide of the net by the goaltender, Mantell, to the puck. In a hurry. Back with, I believe that's Pylon. But the Blues bring it out the zone. Through the middle. With speed the other way in the Amerks zone. Right through him, a shot in. Goes wide with 30 seconds to go in the period. Back to the point. Cisco tries to keep it in. But it's moved through with Lawton to Mantell. Mantell, speed the other way. Couldn't get anything going. Cisco takes the puck off of his stick. Right down under me right there. The Amerks and Rossi hits him down hard on that one. Trying to get that in front of the net. Taken away. Nearly a dangerous opportunity there. Move back through the zone. These Blues know how to move the puck. And they're dangerous on capitalizing on opportunities. It's what we learned in the first period. We'll see you in the second with a 1-0 Blues lead. Second period set to go underway in just a moment. 12-minute second period. First period shots. 9 shots on goal for the away Blues. And only 7 for the Amerks. As they look to capitalize in the second period. The Amerks trail by a goal. They can't keep their heads down in this one. They can't get angry. They have to get hungry for a goal here. And they have to do something with it. The evidence to skate to the puck more. And so does the rest of his team with them. The Amerks, the home whites, Blues in the away blue. And we are underway in the second period. Amerks looking to move it through the zone with Rossi. Rossi moving it through in a quick hurry here. But the Blues moving it through the zone. Right back to Rossi on his stick with a quick shot in going wide. Off a blocker of the goaltender. Trying to keep it in here as the Amerks brought back to the point, kept in with a quick shot in. Rossi! Danger opportunity! Rossi scores! Top shelf from Mama Heights the cookies! And Rossi buries the first goal of the game for the Amerks. Rossi was digging for that one, and he finally finds the hole that he needs. 1-on-1 with the goaltender, top shelf, and it's a 1-1 game. A tight game here in Utica. Well, drops, we are back underway in the second period after the goal from Rossi and the assist from Rogers. Back to Didas in his own zone. Didas trying to move it through, maybe get it out here. And it's moved right through to Wilson, who pushes it through the neutral zone. Blues recover the puck, and will be pushed back into the Amerks zone. Right off the ref. No offsides called, surprisingly, on that one. Right through his skate. Vincent gets to the puck first. Trying to move it through with Wilson. Wilson is right through his feet. Trying to move it through. Vincent couldn't get there in time. Back to Didas to the point. Gets opportunity in front of the net. Whips on that one. Rebounds there. And the Amerks trying to pick it out here. Well, the Blues trying to do the opposite and pick it in the net. Pushing it back in front of the net with Thorpe. Nice takeaway by Thorpe. Moving it through the zone with Kane. Moving it through into the Blues end with speed. Kane pushing it back in front of the net. Saved by the 33. What a save. Getting wide on that one, keeping it in, is Dias from the point with a quick shot in. And the Blues recover the puck in their own zone. Looking to not repeat the same mistake with the Amherst scoring. Dumps it into the Amherst zone pylon with the puck. Looking behind him for a teammate. Pushes it right to the Blues player. In his skates, trying to move it through. Dias around the back of the net. Reps in his way. Trying to push it in front. Back to pylon. Lots of zone possession time here for the Blues. Back in front of the net. Saved by Tressel. The rebound's there again. And the bench cheering for Tressel here as that's another save for him. Wilson trying to move it through and get it out. It's kept in at the line. Wilson right through him. One-on-one with the goaltender and he scores. Right through Wilson, and it's suddenly a 2-1 game for the Mount St. Clair Blues. Tressel couldn't do anything right out of that one. Beats him on the blocker side, and it's a 2-1 Blues lead. The Amherst trying to get another goal here. It's 9-10 in shots. Right through Wilson, and he could have stopped that one, but didn't in time. And it will be another goal for the Mount St. Clair Blues. As they'll move it through the neutral zone. Right on Lawton's stick, trying to maybe move something through the zone here. Pylon, dangerous on his stick. Pylon, backhand, forehand, back. In front of that, Harrison gets the shot. Rebound, and he couldn't get there in time. Trying to keep it into the line is Mantell. Mantell trying to push it front, but Pylon goes wide. Schneider, slap shot, going wide of the net. Trying to get it now to the point for Burt. Kept in at the line, but it's brought out by the Blues. Dangerous on his stick here. Maybe a breakaway in front of the net. And gets it right off his stick. Trying to cover it is Tressel, and he does. 9:08 to go in the period. 9:06 to go in the period, my bad. As the Amherst go for a change, Lawton, Pylon, and Mantell come out. Rossi, Rogers, and Gilliatt go back on the ice for the Amherst. With a 1-goal lead, Mount St. Clair leads this one. Tough game for the Amherst so far. Top shelf for Rossi in the last one on this line, and they might have a dangerous opportunity the other way. Rogers moving through with speed. Rogers on his backhand, trying to push it in front of the net. Pushes it to the point for some reason. Kept in by Schneider, he's trying to keep it in, and it's brought out the zone. Over the red line. Nice settle. Through Burritt into the Amherst zone. Dangerous behind the net here. And Schneider will try to get it out. Pushes it to Rogers. On his stick, Rogers through the zone. Quick pass to Rossi. Rossi trying to get it through the middle here. Doviak, quick shot. In. Jordan on her stick, trying to fight for the puck. Pushed her along the boards. No call on that one. Burt maybe trying to get to it here. Quick pass in front. Schneider at the point. Slap shot in. Saved. By traffic in front. Kept in at the line. But it's finally brought out. And he might leave him on a breakaway here. One-on-one with the goaltender. Tressel will elect to cover the puck. And that will stop the play. With 8:03 to go in the period, the Amherst trailing by a goal again. Henry Vincent looking to take the face-off for the Junior Americans. Shot the puck already, Stripes. Hey, bud. Face-off violation for the Blues. And the 86 will come on. Puck drops, and we're back underway in this one. It's not that hard to just drop the puck. Push around the back of the net. Blues trying to get there in time around the net, and they score. It's a wraparound. Aiden Tressel couldn't get there in time, and the Blues lead it with 3-1 on the Amherst. Can't keep your heads down in this one. Down by 1, you cannot let that happen around the back of your net. Puck drops. We are underway in this one. Not good for the Amherst so far. Kane trying to move it through to get it to Wilson, but he couldn't in time. The Amherst led in their third goal with Cisco. Around the back of the net, the Amherst trying to fight for the puck here. Pushing it to the point for Didas. Didas trying to keep it in. He does. Nice work on that one. Right through him. No offsides. Right back to Kane. Kane trying to push it through to Vincent. Not in time, though. It's right back to Didas. Tries to push it through the zone. Back with Wilson. He pushes it in. Right through Kane and into the Amherst zone with speed. Number 7 with Menti moving fast. Pushing it right in front of the net on his backhand save by Tressel. Going wide. Vincent with the puck. Pushing it through. Trying to get it with Kane. Something going here. The Amherst get it off the zone. And pushing it into the blue zone. Who retrieves the puck. And the Blues pushing it into the zone on a weird Amherst change. Broughton and Mantell coming out. Mantell, a lot of speed, jolt with energy there. Amherst not playing too good right now. They need to wake up. Around the back of the net again. Trying to get another wraparound here. Right in his feet. Around the net. Pushed back to the point. If they couldn't find the puck there for a second. Shot from the point in. And the Amherst looking to get out the zone, and they do. Lawton racing for the puck with Mantell on his right. But the Blues do clear it. Mountain St. Clair back the other way. Into the Amherst zone through the legs of Thorpe. And Mantell trying to push it through and out. It's kept in at the line, though. And now a nice settle by Pylon. 2-on-1 the other way. Pylon and Lawton. Lawton couldn't get the puck on his stick in time. Back in front, another save by the goaltender. It's a 14-shot game. 14-10 shots. As with 5:39 to go in the period, the Amherst trail by 2. It's not looking good for them. The Amherst look more than tired in this one. Ball drops somewhere away, pushed back to the point. Blues win the faceoff, but for some reason tipped in front of the net. Jordan trying to get there in time, but it goes wide. Around the net, Rogers pushing it back in front for Jordan. Jordan to the point, shot in, taken away, and it will be brought up the zone by Mount St. Clair. Pushed into the Amherst zone with speed. Jordan trying to do something. Straight in front through to Schneider, who moves it through to Rogers. Rogers has speed on his stick. Rossi looking for second of the game. Shot up and over. Rogers looking for the Mishi. Couldn't do anything there. Right through him all the way down the ice. But Burdick gets to the puck trying to clear it now. Kept in at the line by the Blues. Pushed in front of the net. Taken away by Burdick on his forehand. Moving it through the neutral zone into Blues territory. Burdick, one hand on it, loses the puck, pushed back to the point. Schneider with the puck, slap shot it in front of the score! Schneider from the point, and the Amherst are back within 1. All the way through the defenseman, it will be an own goal, and the Amherst get back within 1. Puck drops back, and we are underway. Blues move it through the zone. Amherst within 1, trying to get it out the zone. Nice push. Physical play there by Didas. Pushed back into the Amherst zone around the back of the net for Thorpe. Thorpe maybe trying to get out the zone here. But it's pushed back around the Amherst net with Didas, who gets to it. Pushing it through, back to Didas. Tries to clear it, and it is cleared. With Vincent moving it through the zone into Blues territory with Kane. Back to the point, kept in with Wilson. Wilson shot in. Nice save. The bouncing puck. Another one, and it's loose. Off the stick is going to be a hooking on the Emirates with Vincent going to the box. Moving through and in front of the net. Taken away, and it will be a penalty coming up on Rochester. Mount St. Clair will head to the power play. It's going to be a hooking on Vincent as he will head to the box. Face off in the Rochester zone coming up. It's a 2-3 game. The Amherst looking for the third, as it's going to be a Rochester penalty. Puck drops and running away on this penalty kill. Brought to you by Captain Contractors. The Amherst trying to clear it, but in at the line. Quick shot in front. Nice save by Chessel. The rebound there in front of the net. Good save by Chessel. It's a bit of a scrum going on in front of the net. Whoa, what am I saying? Hopefully that's a better view for you guys. Can't see it. Puck drops and we're back on our way in this penalty kill. Amherst trying to clear the puck. Moves through the zone with Schneider on the penalty kill. Looking for a shorthanded goal here is Mantell. Mantell moving it through in front of the net. Saved. Back around the net, pushed in front, but nobody's there. So they have to remember they are on the penalty kill here. All the way down the ice. No icing. And the Amherst trying to get the puck here. It's in their own zone. Just around the net in front. Taken away by Pylon. Pylon maybe better backhand this one out, but it's back to the point. Shot in front, going wide. Blues around the back of their own net. Around the back of the Amherst net with the puck. Push to the top of the left circle. Dangerous opportunity to shoot the puck here. Nice one as Schneider blocks it. Back to the point. Pylon trying to get the puck out. Spot in. Pushed wide by Dressel. Burritt trying to maybe move this one out. Steps in. And now finally brought out by the Amherst. And now it's going to be an offsides. Late call there by the ref. Center ice faceoff coming up with 8 seconds to go on the power play. .220 to go in the period. 8 seconds to go on the power play for the Blues. They are 0-1 thus far. Puck drops and we're back underway. And this penalty kill for Rochester. 5 seconds to go. Rochester will kill off the penalty. And now, oh, never mind. 1 second to go. As it will be an icing by the Blues. You're good. One second to go on the power play. 2:13 to go in the period. Amherst trail by only a goal here. Big face-off coming up in the zone. 2:13 to go in the period. Puck drops and we're underway. Penalty kill. Penalty is killed off, and the Amherst go all the way back on the ice. Thorpe in her own zone around the back of her own net. Trying to clear this one. Moves through. Pushed back in front of the net. Taken away by Ditas. Ditas to Rossi. Rossi. Moving through. See, top of the circle. Just get back through trying to get it to Jordan. Jordan. In the Blues. Bringing out their own zone. Back for Rossi. Rossi trying to get it to Jordan. Pushed wide of the net. No icing. Dumped in. Yes, it will be. 1:23 going period. The Amherst still down by a goal. He gets up. He's good. 12. in the blue zone. Puck drops and we're back underway. 1:21 to go in period. Amherst chasing the puck around the Blues net with Wilson hitting him against the boards. Nice work. And it's brought out the zone right through Didas. Back to Thorpe in her own zone, being chased by the number 86. Around the net, moving through. Back in front for Vincent. Tries to get the puck, maybe trying to settle it there. But with 1 minute to go in the period, the Amerks are in trouble. Kane moving it through the zone. Lincoln Kane on his forehand. Looking for a goal here. Still has the puck on his stick. Trying to push it in front of the net. Dangerous opportunity taken away by the Blues, and they will clear it. Never mind. Didas from the point. Shot in, and it's taken away by traffic in front. Moved all the way through the zone. Thorpe trying to get to the puck. Thorpe. Speed through. And it's brought out over the line. Wilson couldn't get there. Trying to maybe waste some time here. And it's blown dead at the line. Something's going on. .9 seconds to go. They blew the play dead because they thought there were more than 5 people on the ice. Amherst moving it through the zone. Nice shot in front, and he couldn't settle the puck there with 11 seconds to go in the period. Lawton to the puck, trying to maybe keep it in here. Jameson Pylon on his backhand. 6 seconds to go in the period. Pylon couldn't shoot the puck in. Trying to push it in front of the net, and it's saved with 1.2 seconds to go in the period. Puck drops, and that will be the end of the period. The Amerks down by a goal going into the third. As the Amerks come back on the ice for this third period of play at NVHS Arena in Utica. The Amerks in the white home, the blue in the blue aways. And it's a 12-minute third period. 15 shots for the Blues, 11 shots for the Amerks. 3 Blues, 2 Rochester. As Mount St. Clara has Rochester in a bit of a pickle here. And they will try to get a goal back here. But this is not the right side of the ice to do it, as they had more luck on the other side of the ice. The Amerks looking for a comeback in this third period. Big third period face-off, and we are underway. Trying to move it through is Schneider. It's taken right off his stick. Moves through to Lawton in the Amerks zone. As Jameson Pylon will move it through and out. Pylon, puck on his stick. Jameson Pylon shot in. City rebound there. Pylon scores! Jameson Pylon, 19 seconds in, ties the game, and the Amerks are in it. The Amherst tied the goal. Wait, tied the game. As the Blues win the faceoff, moving it through into the Amherst zone, pushed back to the point, but it's brought out. And this looks like a bit of a sell job here. Pushed right back into the Amherst zone with Burritt. Burritt pushed back through. Right back, trying to get pushing in front of the net. Taken away by Schneider, and it's cleared out the zone. This one will go all the way down the ice, though, for an icing. On the Amherst, we will get a face-off coming up. With 11:05 to go in the third period. Face-off coming to the right of Aiden Trussell. Right safe to face-off with Fooney. Sorry if you can't see it. There is a bar in the middle for some reason. But around the net, the Blues go. Pushing it in front, and they score. Wow, what a weird angle shot, and they're up 4-3. As they beat them to the post. The Amherst should not let those goals up. And it's a 4-3 lead for Mount St. Clara. As the Amherst get one, but the Blues fought right back. Amherst with 3. Blues with 4. As the Amherst win the face-off, all tied up there. Thorpe trying to push it out, but it's kept in by Mount St. Clair. A dangerous opportunity there. Trying to maybe push it out the zone, but it's kept in, and it's a dangerous opportunity. Nice block by Didas, and the point kept in again. Pushed right back in front. Safe rebounds there. Nice one, and they score. 5-3. The Blues beat Trussell to the post. And that's not his fault. That's all on his defense. Trussell's really beating himself up over that one. It is sad because the Amherst are putting their hardest in. This is a hard tournament for them. This is all upper level teams in this one. Sorry, I couldn't get that one on camera. Bar again extracted that one. But the Amherst down by 2. Hopes low, but not out. The Blues looking to end that one. And it goes wide of the net. Still kept in at the point. Schneider trying to push it out, and he does. All the way down the ice. And into the blue zone. No icing. Around the back of the net, the Blues go. Trying to keep it in is the Amherst, but the Blues will clear it at the point. Back to Schneider. Right through Schneider. It's a 2-on-1 the other way. Amherst have to drop back. Right through Burritt. In front of the net. Trick shot in. Save. Rebounds there. And it's a good save and a good clear by Vincent. Trussell on that one. Trying to get it through, but it's right off Kane's pants and in. Right through in front of the net to the point. That drops. And there's Kane trying to clear it, and he does. Moving it right back into the Amherst zone. No offsides called with 9:30 to go in the third period. Amherst pushes it back to the point for Kane. Kane trying to move it through and out. Does. Wilson maybe trying to get a one-on-one going here, and he couldn't get there in time. Burritt with the puck in the neutral zone, trying to push through, and it's pushed right back through him. Breakaway. Blues one-on-one with Trussell, and it goes up and over the net. Trying to beat him is Ryan. Move through, back to Pylon. Pylon gets it taken right off his stick. Push back for Mantell. Mantell moving it through the zone. Trying to make it 5-4. Back in front of the net. He couldn't get anything going as the Blues retreat, getting it out the zone. Right through and offsides by the Amherst. With not much time to go in this one. It's a big game for the Amherst, and they're down by 2. With 8:43 to go in the third. Well, Johnson, we are underway. Lawton taking it through the zone, and he couldn't get anything going on that one. Around the net, trying to clear the puck. Lawton trying to stay on it. Pushed right back to Pylon. Lawton in front of the net, and he couldn't get anything going with Mantel. Right through Thorpe, 2-on-1 for the Blues. Neutral zone into the Amerks, and with speed, taken right off of it there. Trying to push it in front of the net, the Blues. Tied up with Pylon and Thorpe, and it's going to be a penalty coming up on somebody. I believe it's on the Amerks. Will be a 1 minute and 30-second power play for the Blues. Mount St. Clair on the power play up by 2. It's a 70-12 shot ratio, leading this one by 2 in the third period with 8:08 to go. Face off to the left of Tressel. And the puck drops to be underway in this power play. Around the front of the net, in front, save, race, rebound. Nice save by Tressel. In front of the net, another save by Tressel. To the point, drops back for the puck, dumps it in. Another quick shot in, save, rebound, nice save by Tressel. Really trying to keep him seen in this one. Another shot in, save by Tressel. Up, over, penalty called on somebody. Cross check on the Blues and the Amerks. Head to a 4-on-4. Cross check by the Blues. It will lead to a face-off inside of the Amerks zone. Inside of the Blue zone. It's a big face-off here. It's a 4-on-4 for each team. As Rochester heads to the 4-on-4, brought to you by Bud Light. Big face-off in the Rochester zone. In Utica, puck drops, and we are underway. Winning the face-off on that one is the Blues around the back of the net in their own zone. Rossi trying to keep it in, and he does. Push it around in front. Right back to the point. Schneider. Right back, and Jordan trying to get to the puck, but it's pushed right through. Right for Jordan. Moving it through the center ice logo, and tries to get it into the zone, and it's offsides. She was pushed down. And so will be another penalty coming up on the Blues. Drops and we are underway. Back to the point for Cisco. Moved into the zone by Schneider. Schneider, slap shot in front. Off the glove and wide. With 7:07 to go in the period. Back to the point, kept in by Wilson. Wilson trying to move it through the zone. Back through in front, and nobody's there. The Blues get to the puck in time. Pushed around the net. Trying to get it there in time, but it's taken right through the center ice logo. Trying to move it through him. But here comes Rossi, and he couldn't get anything going as he was tied up on that one. The Blues move it through the zone into the Rochester end. Push right in front of the net. The Blues get hit down hard on that one. No penalty called. Nash Wilson. 1-on-1 with the player. Has somebody wide open. The shot in. Going wide. Around the back of the net go the Blues. With 6:15 to go in the period. Blues move it through into the Emmerich zone. No power play. Push down hard, and again, no penalty. Around the back of the net, the Emmerich's looking to give up right now. That's what the body language is saying. With Lincoln Kane moving through the zone, whips on the puck. Tries to get it to Burditt, but he can't in time. And it's right back to his teammate. Schneider fighting for the puck along the boards. Move right through the zone into the Blues zone. Right in front of the net, trying to get the shot off his pylon, but he can't in time, and the defense gets to him. Around the net. Emmerich trying to get to the puck. Just back to the point. As the Emmerich hits to Thorpe. Thorpe. Right back through. Trying to get something going here with James the pylon. Gets tripped up. No penalty called again. Again, at the point. Emmerich's trying to make something happen here, but it's moved through the zone. right to the Amerks defense. Taken back by the offense for the Blues. 5 minutes to go in the period. Amerks do not look like they want it this far. Amerks are not looking to go 2-0. 0-2. 4:49 to go in the period. Tied up along the boards. Quick shot in front. Saved by Tressel, and it will go wide through and out. Last goal scored at 9:15, and it will be offsides on the Blues. As the Amerks playing a bit dirty now. 4:37 to go in this one. Puck drops and we are back underway. Amerks win the faceoff with Rossi. Tries to move it through the zone. Kept in at the neutral zone by the Blues. Rossi trying to move it through, but it's kept in. They're fighting for it along the boards. Below me, Rogers fighting for the puck. Move through. Pushed right back to the point. Rossi trying to get there in time. Right through Jordan. Right through Thorpe. Trying to push it to Rossi. Couldn't get there in time. Right back to Thorpe and Ditas. Ditas gets the puck. Drops back. Trying to push it out. Rossi does push it out. Right through him. Back to Rogers. And Rogers moving it through. Trying to get something going. One-on-one with the goaltender. Rogers up and over. Back in front. Rossi trying to push the puck through. Nice fight by him. Back to the point. Ditas right through him. On the line. And it's brought out on offsides. With 3:45 to go in the period. The Blues still fighting. Even though they're up by 2. The Amerks not doing so good in this one. Moved through the zone by the Blues. Pushed right back into the Amerks end, which has been most of this period and this game. To the top of the right circle. The Blues come to meet. Dangerous shooting lane in front. One-on-one with the goaltender in front of the net. Saved by Tressel. The rebound's there. Taken away by Vincent. But the Blues keep it in. They're looking tired. Right back to the point for Wilson. Pushes it right through to Kane, but it's right back to the Blues. The Blues dump it right back into the Amerks zone. No icing. Around the net, Schneider looking to get to the puck. Trying to maybe clear it. They're fighting for it along the boards, taken away by the Blues. One-on-one with the goaltender in front of the net. The shot in, and there's no goal. The rebound there. Nice save by Tressel. What a save. Aiden Tressel coming up big off the crossbar. And it will be no goal. Keeping this one at a 2-goal deficit. Aiden Tressel comes up big. That's why he's so valuable for the Amerks. 2:55 to go in the period. Puck drops and we are underway. Jameson Pylon trying to move it through. Brought back to the point for Cisco. Keeps it in at the line for the Blues. Moving through the zone. Chips in front of the net. Nice save by Tressel. Puck drops and we are underway. Moving it through the zone. Trying to push it in front of the net. Possibly dangerous opportunity in front again. City rebound. Oh, and it goes wide. Can't stop the brick wall. That is Aiden Tressel. Through him. Pushing it through. Trying to get it out. Mantell through the zone. Harrison Mantell. Speed. Off the stick. To the point. And it's brought back to Burritt. With 2:15 to go in the period. Move it through, and it's brought offsides. Big face-off for the Amerks with 2:10 to go in the period. Down by 2 goals. It's not good for them. 2:10 to go. Puck drops and we're underway. Ditas to Rossi. And it's right back off sides for the Blues with 2:02 to go in the period. They might get curfewed here. They're looking a bit tired. They want this one to end. Face off in the neutral zone. Puck drops and we are back underway. Moving it through under me. Couldn't really see it. Back to Timothy. Moving it through into the Amherst zone. Trying to get him off is Thorpe. She can't. It's right through both Jordan and Thorpe. Goes back in front of the net. Taken away by Rossi. Rossi right back to Rogers. Rogers moving through. Trying to be one-on-one with the goaltender here. Rogers around the back of the net. Trying to make something happen. Maybe push it in front. Back around for Rossi. In front save. And there's going to be a bit of a scrum going on in front of the net. Oh, shit. My bad. It's a bit of a scrum going on in front of the net. My bad. My battery pack almost fell to the ground. God. Puck drops and we're away. Pile on. Around the back of the net. Push it front save. Thorpe back to the point. Trying to make something going. And she can't. Oh, and she can't in time. Rebounds there. Nice save again. And we might have another scrum in front of the net here. No scrum. 1:16 to go. The home team down by 2. Just drop it, Stripes. Oh, drops and we're underway. Thorpe keeps it in around the back of the net for Rogers. Rogers trying to maybe push it in front of the net here. Can't in time. The rebound's there for Rossi. Looking for a second in the game, but it's brought out by the Blues. Santa Clara with 1 minute to go in the period. Into the Amherst zone, right behind the net. Looking for the empty netter here. Through him, trying to maybe bring it out. Amherst still down. Wrap around attempt. In front of the net, saved. Bringing it out. Nice save by Didas. Still bring it out to 2-on-2 the other way. Thorpe, Rogers, trying to move it through the zone. 30 seconds to go in the period. Dumps it through. In front of the net, Rossi. Looking for the wraparound here. Maybe pushing it in front for Jordan. Not in time. Nice shot from the point. Deflection goes wide. 14 seconds to go in the period. Fighting along the boards. Push back in front again. Trying to bring it out is the Blues. But it's kept in, and that will be the end of the game. The Amherst fall 0-2 to the Mount St. Clair Blues. And Aiden Trussell. Amazing game for him. But the final will be 3-5 in the Amherst loss. That's what matters the most. We'll see you tomorrow at 12 o'clock when the Amherst. I don't know who they'll take on, but they'll take on somebody, I'm sure. Hopefully they don't lose tomorrow. From MVHS Center in Utica. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.